Hello. Hello, hello. Okay. Wow. No, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Puppy. Hello, Chaz. Hello, Anya. Hello, Feli. Hello, Virgil. Hello, Bio. Welcome, welcome. How you guys all doing today? Alright. Just so you guys can hear my voice a bit is not at its greatest at the moment. I caught something possibly over the week. So I might take a break and not stream Lumineko after this. Thank you. I might not stream Lumineko after this just so I could just get a bit of more rest in. Hello, welcome thank you for the follow. I do know in general when I do read visual novels, I don't read them out loud in the first place. However, yeah, I do apologize with because I do want to start. It's just now bad timing on the situation here. Okay, so we'll use this alongside doing a journaling entry as well. Today is the 5th. Yep. There's something sick going on around. So thankfully I'm not like sick. I just have like a pretty sore throat. But yeah, for now I'm gonna keep Umineko off later today. And it'll be back on Wednesday. I do apologize for those who are excited for me to play or read it along, and I do apologize to make you guys kind of like I feel bad, like waste your time thinking that giving you guys this making you guys think that I don't know what's the word. Sorry, I'm blanking out. Oh, okay. But yeah, I'd rather begin the game like when I'm feeling a lot fresher. So I think I'll do a lot, like I'll feel a lot better starting Wednesday when I get to play it. I'm very excited. Okay, I do apologize with again how I sound. Probably sound terrible. But I did want to do the weekly tarot reading for everyone, so let's begin. So I did not write for last week's. Again, this is why I have a journal now. So let me fill that out. So, embrace, focus, gain. And something I did want to also start writing down was everyone's what they received, and then a little summary of it, so that I could like kind of get back and follow up if that's not too strange to do. Not like I could remember everything or everyone from the top of my head. I'm not personally very good at that, so I'm gonna do my best here. Alright, so let's get down to business. Not that this is a business in the first place. So the card we had, where is my thing is not working, so. Alright, so what we had from last week was Embracing Strength. Focus was the reverse 5 of Swords, and Gain was the 4 of Pentacles, which was telling us basically a lot of the work that we want to see ahead of us for the week during New Year's was basically like internal. Like, you're not gonna get your goals or your dreams unless you like actually move forward and work with that. So I think that's a really good start of the new year to tell us. It also helps a lot with just like I don't know, with like goals that people have in mind, or you have resolutions, or it's like you have these things that you set to plan out for the New Year's, and you're always, sometimes you're just like, you know, you don't get to it or something. But that's the point for last week's reading. Isn't to like get to the end already, you know. It's to like work towards there. It's just the beginning of the year, you know. It's just, you can't just like have everything already be handed to you on a silver platter. You just gotta like work with it. All right, so let's begin here for the second week. You want a golden platter. Not a silver one, sorry. You want a gold one. Our first embrace card is the reverse 3 of Wands. Let me write that down. Our embrace card is 3 of Wands, and we'll put an R on the end here. So 3 of Wands, when it's reversed, means restrictions, limitations, lack of progress, obstacles, delays, and frustrations. Wow, me dealing with my life right now, feeling sick after I was just like, I'm gonna do some things, and then here we are. Okay. Okay, filling out my first page in my journal with a weekly tarot reading is so nerve-wracking. No. I'm gonna write these down too, just so it's also easier for me to like remember. I have like small brain disease. Sorry. Alright, so the reverse 3 of Wands embarks that indicates that you've been embarking on a personal journey, but you have not received achievements you were hoping for. So there's like roadblocks ahead. Yay, we're all writing. That's great. That makes me so happy. Um, so despite all this, this is a card that reminds you that it's not that you've been working for nothing, but rather it's to like help you with your personal strength and fortitude. Um, it means the Three of Wands reverse can mean that it may take time to plan for your future. Um, so let me write that down as well. So it's telling us to like embrace that it may take time, you know? Embrace work. Let's see. Goals, work. We could say like development may take time. It's also especially true that these goals may take time if it's long-term goals, so that you don't feel overwhelmed by the task that you feel. Like at this moment, we're feeling like that overwhelming sensation, and that we're feeling like we're not able to move on ahead. But it kind of helps to just recognize that like some of the pacing that we need in our journey. Ooh, oh my gosh. Sorry, just almost okay. Some of the patience that we need on our journey is so that we get to be able to plan what we want to do better, you know. It also could be a nudge to plan for future changes that are happening. So like change will happen, but we need to embrace that like things might like work around that, and we should have like options. We should have options to be like lenient on that, you know. We can't be like stuck to our ways where it's like, oh, well, like easily you could like, for example, very easily is like my schedule. I've already planned out this schedule. Like I planned it out on New Year's, and then I worked on New Year's, and then I got sick, and then I was like, oh my god, I forgot to post my schedule. I posted my schedule, and then here I am, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm feeling terrible. So I'm gonna get some rest. Like I have to embrace the fact that plans have changed, and I have to be lenient about that. I even was just like, I'm gonna force myself to play the game, but then I'm like, now that I'm like streaming, I'm just like, wait, I'm feeling like doo-doo. And you guys could just hear from my voice, I don't sound very good at all, but I still wanted to be here for this. So I'm not like trying to force myself to do this for you guys. But I do want to be in a better state mentally, and also like for Umineko, because it is something that I've really wanted to like do for the longest time. Okay. So let's write that. So as our embrace card, it is telling us that like development might take time. Plans may change. And we need to be lenient about that. This could also mean like for like work-wise, you know, there could be a lack of growth or challenges in like your workplace. You might be feeling a little caged at work, you know. Like, you know, probably you have like a financial goal in mind and that has to be delayed as well. If it has to do with like between other people or yourself, maybe you're feeling like disappointment or frustration with like certain connections and you're struggling with a lack of direction of how you're supposed to feel, and you may feel also unfulfilled on those feelings as well. Um, Consider it like you're just trying to like grapple with like impatience within yourself. If anything, like all these feelings that you have are actually like illusions of that. Like it's kind of like actually it's so funny, kind of like how I was feeling when I like started streaming, and I was just like I feel bad that like I can't um start Umineko because I feel like I'm letting you guys down, you know. And it's so funny. The Three of Wands versus like, bro, you're an idiot, you know. Yo, illusions, oh my god. No, for real though. Okay, this is so funny. Basically, it's essential to recognize that the emotions, the feelings, the situation that you're in is like just a small step, and it's all just part of the journey as well. All right, let's see. What's our focus card? Our focus card is Six of Swords. Okay. I'll write that down. Okay. Six of Swords reversed even, actually. Okay, so Six of Swords reverse means being stuck in the past. You're running away from your problems, feeling trapped, can't let go, self-sabotaging, avoidance, scary. Okay, running away from problems. Stuck in the past. Feeling trapped, you know? Alright. Six of Swords reverse can indicate you've been trying to move on and make the transition you need. However, you may be experiencing challenges to make these a reality. You may feel returning to the past, whether it's because there are issues that are not resolved or you're questioning your decision. Six of Swords reversal meaning is that you've been resisting the transition that life is giving you. You may be feeling you're being forced into making moves before you wanted to, or you do not want to move at all. In this case, you should think about the benefits of the moves instead of the drawbacks. You must look ahead and not look backwards. If you do look backwards, you do risk falling apart. Okay. Oh, what? Actually, that's actually a pretty good focus card. Telling us that like if we continue feeling stuck in the past, it's not gonna help us with moving forward in the future. It does follow up with the your rear. Don't rip off your rear mirrors. No. Yeah. Like overthinking about 2025. Hi, Mana. Welcome. Ohamu. Or like, so our embrace card with Three of Wands was like talking about how there's like changes that could happen, The focus card would be like telling us that like we need to focus on what's ahead of us. Focus on what is ahead of us. Whether that's like in the year or like, even for like the day tomorrow and stuff like that. So when the Six of Swords shows up in a tarot reading, it probably means like we're going through a transition in life where you're either leaving like a relationship, a belief, or a behavioral pattern that's no longer serving you. It could be pretty intense, pretty personal, pretty private, and you might be also working in isolation for these things to happen. If you have identified what you must release, then that would be a good start to learn to embrace what like the new thoughts ahead of you. So I think that's really helpful, especially with how our embrace card was telling us to like it takes time to develop. We might be lenient with these changes, and this focus card, the Six of Swords reverse, is just telling us that like be able to like look forward, look ahead. The Six of Swords reverse also could indicate that change or traditions are like things you need to make, but you're reluctant about it. You just hope these issues will go away instead of, being the one to be the force or choice to make these changes. It is also like natural that you might avoid doing these changes because it's like a push out of your comfort zone. But consider that discomfort to be a positive sign that growth is happening. So feel into that energy and let it encourage you to keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. That's a pretty good one to write down here. I think it's like if you're overthinking about the past, you just end up kind of being stuck in your like old ways of like your beliefs or your thoughts. You gotta like be able to move on from those past struggles. If you are having a tough time doing that, the Six of Swords reverse also might suggest there probably is unfinished business or unresolved conflicts that you need to understand before you can fully move forward in your life. Like, maybe what is like holding back from you to just like move forward? And this card is probably telling you isn't to like look backwards, it's to seek it so that you can resolve it, so that you can move forward. There may be moments where you doubt whether you're making the right decision in leaving behind your past, but this card is a gentle reminder and encouragement for you to look forward and head towards a better future. So I think that's a very good focus card alongside the Three of Wands that we got as our Embrace card. These are cards that are asking us to also slow down a bit too. It's like, it's really just telling us like one step at a time. Let's keep like taking that step, you know. All right. And our final third card will be the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Oops. Let me make sure that's what it is. Yeah, okay. Ace of Pentacles. Yay! And this is our gain card. So our gain card is what we get from these two cards that we picked up earlier, which is a new financial or career opportunity, manifestation, or abundance. Neat. Hi, Phalanx. Welcome, welcome. Oops, hold on. How are you guys all doing? It sounds like this is like patience is the key, you know, to all of our worries. So the Ace of Pentacles means new opportunities, abundance, prosperity, security, stability, manifestation. The ace in the tarot is always like indicative of new beginnings, again with the new year. Wait, why are you mad right now? Oh. Suit of Pentacles, so coins, are primarily concerned with material goods. This could manifest itself to be like a new career, maybe a new venture. Start putting more care into your health. Just so you know, material usually does not mean just like money related. It also could mean like physical, like sense, you know. So the Ace of Pentacles assures that what is to come will be great abundance and opportunity. Let me write this down for what the Ace of Pentacles stands for first. New opportunities. Stability. Prosperity, security. There could be a lot of things, you know. Or like you're manifesting something coming soon or something. Let me continue my reading. Oh, that sucks. That's so frustrating. I feel like a lot of artists who do like VTuber art now like really actually don't know how to run a business. So that's really frustrating to hear about. like a lot of people get into like doing art, especially during the pandemic, and don't realize like if someone commissioned you, like you should be like, it's a job, you're getting paid for this. But yeah, that's crazy. Can you get a refund? Yeah, nobody knows how to run a business, honestly. Like, dude, don't ghost people, like people are so scared with interacting, but then it's just like, hey, you should like you gotta talk to people. Like if there's a problem, you should bring that up to your client, That's crazy. Oh my gosh. What? You're just like, bro, literally, bro, why? Huh? All right. Let's go back with the Ace of Pentacles real quick here. So the Ace of Pentacles indicates a seed being planted in the material world, in your feelings of security and stability. Like a seed, this opportunity must also be nurtured with time, energy, or even funds. Watering the seed has the potential to be very rewarding. Prosperity is coming your way. One also has to make sure they are psychologically prepared for the opportunities that are going to appear. To be able to harvest the gift of the Pentacles, you need to be filled with the calm that stability brings. This kind of mindset can become open to trying new things and not sticking to the old, washed-out routine. That actually goes back, again, to the Six of Swords of what we need to focus on. So like, what we're gaining, a steady, I would say like a steady relationship. That's not just like with like somebody. It's also could be like of like a steady relationship with your job, or like a steady relationship for yourself, That probably sounds weird for some folks, but what I mean is like, kind of like a self-care moment. And like patience and investment into our goals, So like the Ace of Pentacles could be like the new beginnings of like things that happen in the material world, whether it's like financial wealth, a better career, physical health, manifestation of your goals, maybe like a new job offer, new business opportunities. No matter the occasion, the Ace of Pentacles heralds a sense of prosperity and abundance in the material or financial areas of your life. Consider seeing the Ace of Pentacles as your green light that marks the initial stage of manifesting your goals. And seeing what you can truly achieve. This card encourages you to map up how you achieve it and create targeted plans and get those actions underway. So that does also go back to embracing like that development might take time, that we need to be lenient on ourselves because there might be changes that happen, but we also need to work towards all of that as well. Woo! Wealth be upon ye, yes. Feel blessed and deserving of everything that comes your way. I think that's really helpful to have. Steady relationship, patient investments into our goals. We are gaining ideas becoming reality. But at the end of the day, all of these can happen because you put your work into it. You have a very steady relationship with yourself. That's so good. Congratulations, Virgil. I'm actually like proud. That's like if you're not joking about that. Like a lot of people don't have that. I don't have that. I will say that up front. I don't have a steady relationship with myself. I sometimes, like 90% of the time, I'm always like, I hate myself. I know it might not seem like it, but I'm quite critical with myself. And a good chunk of it is just like, I wish I could do better. I wish I had like, I wish I like didn't mess up in the past and stuff, and I still have a lot of those regrets. But these cards are telling me to chill the fuck out. Just keep moving forward. That is what I do. But it is really hard, you know. But I think if people who get to actually have a steady relationship with themselves, I'm quite proud of you guys. Oh, you're trying to make a turkey joke. I think people who show others themselves regularly might end up more self-critical. That is true. I think because I am I think like me as a person, I'm quite open with how I think. I wouldn't say it's unfiltered, but like I am not a person who like holds back if there is something that does truly bother me. It takes me a bit of time. I kind of have to think about it. Like sometimes I'm just like, like I'll see how this rides out, but then once it does end up actually bugging me, I do like bring it up. So yeah, I think because of that, I am quite critical upon myself too. Sorry, I'm trying to get the heartbeats ready for you guys here. But yeah, I do really like the reading for this time. Another nice thing too is that it sounds really weird for me to say this, but I'm like, oh thank God, no major arcanas. Like it's just a chill. We're starting to chill out a bit. When I started doing tarot readings, there was always a major arcana that showed up like in this 3-card spread every single time, and I was like, oh my God, like what is going on? And I'll be honest, for me, there was always something going on. So I want this week like to be chill. This week would be amazingly it would be amazing if it could be chill. All right. Yeah, can I get a boring reading for once, please? All right, so the readings are now up. A chill sea cat stream. Yeah, before all the murder happened, I had to get through the airport. But I want to do that Wednesday, so I think that'd be a good time. General reading with extra lemonade. What's the extra lemonade? Sourness to it? Sour. Oh, you did get a cup, so maybe this cup came with lemonade. Alright, 6 of Cups. Your lemonade! Okay, so we did get this card before, I remember. We got this for Christmas. I remember this. So let me write down. Ali. General. Six of Cups. What that means is revisiting the past childhood memories, innocence, joy. Oops. I messed up my writing. Like familiarity, healing, comfort. So like nostalgia. I feel like probably like the healing and comfort might be what you're looking for more from this. Ironic past card. So, 6 of Cups appears in a reading when it seems to indicate that while we want to look back, that we may look back in the past with positivity, but we must avoid living in it. So that's a little different from like the 6 of Swords, where it's just like oh, you feel like you're stuck there, you know. It's kind of, they actually kind of go hand in hand, the 6 cards, the 6 of cards together, whereas this one is kind of telling you that like you can like look back at it, but you mustn't live in it. You're thinking about like memories of the past and reflecting on that and the aspects of yourself, and maybe you're even like, oh, like what happened to me now, you know? But like, well, there's nothing happened to you, you know? Like, sure, maybe you've gone through like hard times and stuff, but that doesn't mean that like you're really a different person, like 100%. Like, yes, there is always going to be a different aspect of you, you know? But like, we should take this as an opportunity or an occasion to like explore whether you still have a lot in common of like your past, or who you wish to be, or if you wish to continue that relationship with yourself or with others. Now, the 6 of Cups often shows up when there's a level of harmony and cooperation in your relationships. You are ready to give and receive without expectations. You're also willing to give to each other the benefit of the doubt. Having moved on from challenging emotions, it's time to turn over a new leaf and start fresh with a more positive place. 6 of Cups could also invite you to get in touch with your inner child. You might like to sit down with an adult coloring book. Like give yourself permission to be playful or spontaneous and creative. Connect more with your authentic self. Like be more of who you want to be for yourself too, you know. If we're kind of, let's go into like variety, like maybe you're really reliving happy memories, healing after an argument. Maybe with work, you've recognized you don't want to repeat the same mistakes. You're learning your lessons. Financially, like you're sharing your finances with like your significant other. Like maybe in the past you had like a really stressful time with your partner or your parents, like your family or your friend group, you know. And when you kind of like look back on it, you're like, oh, you know, we actually like had a good time together, and that gives you a lot of great comfort. And from there, like you have to make the choice whether you want to continue that relationship with those folks, or you want to like leave it behind. The point is that you don't end up like my inner child watching Markiplier play Five Nights at Freddy's with Quetz. Yeah, things like that. This could also signal like maybe within your job in the past, there was like a lot of things you had to learn from it, and you have to ensure that you aren't repeating the same mistakes that you've like done back then. This card can also signal maybe like looking into a different career path, because returning to the old position might be like more regretful than that, you know. Six of Cups, you're also probably feeling like pretty nostalgic about some things. Maybe some memories that rise up where you're just like, you feel like you want to be back where it was back then, you know. But this card is kind of like insisting that like you can't stay there, you know. You can take the time to reminisce about that, but it's better to move forward and ahead with it. So the best course of action is to like embrace that feelings that you have, and but like when you want to engage in it, you should be like you should be engaging in like activities that bring you those feelings again. So yeah, like, you know, you're watching Markiplier play Five Nights at Freddy's again with Quetz, you know. It's not like you were with Quetz back then. However, you're doing something that brought you that feeling of like the past, but now it's in the present, you know. I hope that was helpful. Oh yeah, especially with like the Five Night at Freddy's what is it, movies like that recently came out, right? So I think that really kind of helped you reconnect too, if I'm remembering properly. But you're connecting with other overstreamers, yeah. Alright, does anyone else want to do a reading here? That movie triggered your Five Nights at Freddy brain from middle school. I haven't been able to stop. Yay, that's awesome. That's so sweet too. Year of Love, let's go. Oh, okay. Oh my, okay. Going in. Alright, Virgil. Year of Love? Queen of Pentacles. What does that mean? Alright, let me finish Feli's writing here. I did not finish. Healing, comfort. Sense of the past. But moving forward to the future. Alright. Usual. Love. Queen of Pentacles. I'm just gonna write coins here so I just have space. What does that mean? Good question. Queen of Pentacles. So, Queen of Pentacles, generally speaking, this is the one. Yeah, no worries. So my draw a card option resets every 7 hours. 7 hours. Every 7 minutes. So if I'm still talking, feel free to just like do the next, like fill out the form, and I'll go through it a bit. Try to get through it as soon as I can without rushing my first reading. So Queen of Pentacles means generosity, caring, nurturing, being practical, welcoming, sensible. So generally, it means that so a Queen of Pentacles card represents a down-to-earth woman who plays many roles to ensure that keeps her family happy. She knows how and when to show love, whether it's to keeping an orderly house or cooking comforting meals and taking care of the children. But do not mistake her for being a homebody. She can plan business ventures and execute her plans successfully. The Queen of Pentacles represents a motherly figure who desires to help you maneuver your way and achieve your goals with the helping of her common sense. With her advice, she will assure you that you do not make financial decisions. She offers you precaution, support, and all lessons that she has learned in her personal life. She is... Yo, you got this last time too? I think so. Yeah, I was like reading this about. I was like, wait, I'm getting like a sense of deja vu. I don't know if it was you or someone else, but I do know we got this card last time. So when it comes with love, you probably would have like high standards and hope for someone who has the same level of dedication, commitment, and ambition as you do. You want to find someone who truly brings something into your life. If you're single, this is a wonderful card to receive. If you're already in a relationship, you two are going to find a stable and prosperous life together. The Queen of Pentacles reveals that you, as a person, are a very comforting presence, someone who embodies security and warmth. You probably are seen as very grounded, and a lot of people who are who you surround yourself with might see you as very emotionally safe. They probably admire you for your ambitions, both emotionally and practical levels. You're likely to contemplate what truly matters when it comes in those relationships as well. Like your values, your personal growth, your desires, prioritizing self-care, but also nurturing your own needs alongside of others. I feel like this card is like kind of talking more of like your positive traits or your traits in general, because those traits, while being read positive, can also be like, oh, you're like leaning too in on that too. That could happen. Not that I'm trying to make this a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, there is like two sides of the same coin. Haha, it's the Queen of Pentacles after all. But in a love reading, it does say that like something may be fruitful for this year, or maybe you might may even be like fruitful for like yourself, like personally, like your relationship with yourself, where you have a focus on building your own like solid foundation, You're likely to attract a stable partner who mirrors your values or embody those qualities that you like see within yourself too. So yeah, good luck, Virgil. Of course, again, cards, they're guidelines. It's not gonna be super one-to-one to to things that might happen, but feels like you, even if it's not like a relationship, like a romantic relationship, you might meet someone who like stand out with like those core values, or those that reliability or sensible partnership, camaraderie that you might be like feeling, Alright, wrote that down for you. Alright. Excuse me, doing my stretch here real quick. I'm hitting you. You want to get hit? Bah! I hit you. I hit you with the Five of Cups. Is this a general reading? Pow, 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 yeah. Five of Cups. It means regret, failure, disappointment, and pessimism. Let me write that down. Sorry. I know that sounds terrible, but I do need to write it down nonetheless. I mean, technically, I don't have to write it down, but I feel like this is gonna be more helpful for me more than anything. Alright, so the Five of Cups, when it appears in a reading, is when a situation hasn't turned out the way you expected, and you are regretful and disappointed in it. Instead of moving on with your life, you're choosing to wallow in your self-pity instead. All you can focus on right now is what it went wrong and how you failed. Sure, you can feel how you feel, but set yourself a time limit on your self-pity and pull yourself together and move on. The Five of Cups suggests you're stuck in the past and you can't let go. Old wounds and bitter memories flood your mind as you think about what happened. You may blame yourself or believe you're a victim of life's circumstances. These negative emotions are holding you back from your fullest potential. You need to release them so you can move on and create a positive change instead. Let go of your ex. Well, there could be a lot of things, you know. It could be like family, a friend that like keeps like kind of coming back, your job that has like put too much work upon you. It doesn't have to be like romantic relationship stuff with these sorts of things. When the Five of Cups shows up, forgiveness is vital, both for yourself and for others. If someone has disappointed you, you have to find it within your heart to forgive that person and release yourself from that disappointment. And if you are frustrated with yourself, know that you did the best you could under the circumstances you were in, and now you have learned from your mistakes. Remember that hindsight is much clearer than foresight, and the wisdom in the present moments come from the mistakes of your past. Hi, Kordak! Hamu. Wishing you well, thank you. Hope you've been well too. I'm surprised you're not asleep yet. The Five of Cups shows that even though things aren't going your way, new opportunities and possibilities are waiting for you, but only when you're ready. You need to shift your mindset and focus what to go right on from this point onwards. Instead of giving in a glass is half empty perspective, look at it as the glass is half full. So I feel like we also got this card previously for you. It might be incorrect, but there was a similar card I remember that did mention that like you were still having a hard time with moving forward with moving on with like past situations. And this card is kind of like telling you like, hey, you should like, there's nothing wrong to feel that way. All right, get some sleep, Kordak. Take care. There's nothing wrong to feel the sadness or disappointment you have, how your negative feelings. However, you need to move on from that feeling. You're dwelling in the past for too long, and this card is reflecting upon you as a person, as someone who's too caught up in the past and incapable of moving on. For what you can do, maybe like embrace self-care, seek support from your loved ones or those that you trust. Focus on rebuilding a sense of hope and positivity. This card encourages you to turn your attention towards the cups that are still full rather than those that you have spilled. Again, I don't know what, I don't like how this card is shown in this visually, where it's just a skull cup. It's not about death, alright? It's not about, ooh, look at that. Like, it doesn't even show the cups that are spilled, which bugs me. Hi, Babo. Thank you for subscribing for 1 month. Yippee! Yeah, skull emoji, skull emoji. For 3 months. Yeah, you're actually on a 3-month streak. That's I don't know why it said you only had 1 month. Yeah, hope that was helpful. Falsmeyer, thank you for letting me do your reading. The skull cup full of brains. Okay. Romance, love life, roast you. I'm not trying to roast you on purpose. I'm not trying to roast people on purpose. It's what the cards say, I swear. I swear. I mean, that's why I show it to you guys. Alright. Accidental roasts are fine too. King of Cups reversed. Okay. What does that mean? Let me write this down first. King of Cups. Reverse. Alright. So reverse means being overwhelmed, withdrawn, repressed, anxious. The King of Cups reverse signals what happens when he's at his worst. He's emotionally manipulative, he's moody, he's volatile. King of Cups, upright, is usually with compassion and wisdom, but with it reversed, it means that all of that is turned upside down. He's unable to balance the needs of all that he seeks. While he appears to be kind to some, he may be cold to others. Reverse love could also be like a reverse King of Cups for love could like go like 2 ways on this. It could be you're manipulating someone, or you're being led on, or you're not putting in certain efforts. The King of Cups, when it shows up, says that there's a lack of consistency, empathy, or morals. In love, he can be rather manipulative or selfish, but this doesn't represent like fully one side of the coin. It could also suggest that you might be being used with your feelings, like the person that you're in contact with, who you might be looking, who you are with, might also be the one doing the manipulation as well. Alternatively, King of Cups love meaning can simply suggest some kind of selfishness in your romantic life, like whether you or your partner may not be putting in the effort in the relationship, or you or your partner are content with the other party to like put more work in than what the other party does too. You are the master manipulator. It doesn't apply. Okay. Well, I mean, so what they're not really saying like it could mean like a partner you are with. It also means someone you are like your relationship with those around you might have interest in, or those who have interest in you. I will say that like card reading doesn't really like give everything off one-to-one, you know. Could also mean like maybe you're like you as a person might be emotionally unavailable for those around you. Could be you might be a little immature, like acting childishly. maybe struggling with vulnerability, like you're overwhelmed with your own emotions, so you're not able to showcase um, your true emotions of how you feel with those around you. Um, maybe even yourself, you know? Like you're feeling like a disconnection from your true self. Um, maybe feeling overly sensitive about certain things. Possibly struggling to find a connection with your feelings. Or maybe there's past issues, like, you know, in the past relationship, you can't let go of those past feelings that you have to look forward to like new ones. Um, at the end of the day, really, what you could do is probably like find your foundation again. Whether it is with others, within yourself. It might sound a little strange, right? Like, but it's like to me, it sounds like you just have to take charge of like what's yours. Oh, like a foundation of like emotionally emotional foundation almost. Like maybe you feel a bit stunted in like your feeling side, you're unable to show off fully like who you are as a person to those around you. Like a lot of things that people do is that I've noticed when it comes to like people who do hide their emotions. This isn't one-to-one, I'm just saying like what I've noticed is that they kind of joke, you know, they joke a lot about their feelings, or like, and they're hiding that from them, from like other people around them. Again, I'm not therapist, I'm not a doctor, I don't know all these like these very tiny details of stuff, but it's like be able to tap back into like your emotional side. It might be a little hard for me to explain. Let me try to like use a personal example. Okay, I mean, this is quite personal for me, but I have mentioned it before, that I was in a abusive relationship before, and when I left from that, I actually had a very hard time opening up to people. Um, I recently heard a therapist talk about how people will become overly analytical when they feel emotional pressure. Oh, emotional pressure. What does that mean? If you're able to explain what that therapist has said, I'm quite curious. But continue my story. So like, I was in a very abusive relationship before, and when I got out of that, I like was very like enclosed. And I felt like I had to pick up or like find the pieces of myself again. So that's what I mean by like the foundation. Like I had to take charge of like myself, you know. If I got the king of cups for this, and I was going through that way, I would consider myself like very emotionally immature. I'd probably be very like moody, trying to take control back of my like myself as a person, because I didn't have that back then, you know. I would probably feel quite very unstable or withdrawn from all that. So I'd probably, even when I was talking to people about relationships, I'd probably even be like very um hurt or like joke about it, be like, haha, it must be nice to be in a really good relationship. And but at the end of the day, it's not like about me when it comes to those talks with other people, but my emotions are about me. So I would want to like build that back up again. That's what I would consider as like your emotional foundation, where you build up like you as a person, someone who can feel like who can feel something again. I know that sounds a little strange. I do apologize again if this reading is not perfect to you, but maybe that is a step where like you feel like you're kind of lost a sense of yourself from past relationships, like whether it's romantically or even with like a family or friend, and you want to build that up again. You want to build that back up. That like something that you missed out on, that you want to like have back in your life. Or maybe like it's not even a have, it's like a need to have back in your life. Hope that was helpful. I'm sorry if that was a little heavy. Oh no, it's okay. If people become confronted with a social situation that makes them comfortable, um, to hear like when they're listening. Oh, okay. So they start getting like overly analytical about that. I was like, oh, you're like, this is what's happening to you or stuff like that. Yeah, guys trying to just solve the problem. It's like, they read a book and suddenly they're like, oh yeah, you have XYZ. Yeah. Yeah, those people uh those people like they still have a lot to learn in my opinion. Like not everything's one-to-one, and it's really a lot better to be like listening, and instead of like analyzing every single minute detail of a person, especially when like a good chunk of us who are here are not like professionals in that aspect. Like we're not doctors, we're not therapists, things like that. So yeah, I'm not here to be like a therapist for anyone. I'm happy to listen, and if you guys do want an opinion from me, I can give one, but I will always say like, disclaimer, I am not a doctor. Um I do get yeah, it was interesting to hear that hear that it sometimes comes from them deflecting from having to deal with the discomfort. Yeah, that does make sense. It's like, oh yeah, let's just like move it on to something else. That's for sure. You're not ready. You don't know if you're ready for another relationship yet, but you're being pressured by parents to give them grandchildren. In this economy, I think like at the end of the day, like you should just do what you want, especially with relationships. I mean, like it's your life. You're well off. That's good. I'm glad. I just even mean like, even if you have the money, like the social, like the society standpoint, this is kind of going off a bit, but like if I was like gonna have a child in this day and age, I'll be honest, I would not feel comfortable having them like be in this world right now, with how society is, like with how being taught with kids in school are being taught sometimes. Like I know it was really big in the pandemic, was like the whole work from home situation where it's like you were homeschooled, Also with like AI running amok, Gen AI specifically running amok. Um, like you don't even know what's real or fake. Sometimes like it's been getting a lot harder to recognize, and I don't want, if I had a child, I wouldn't want them in this world where they just feel like it's out to get them or it's against them, you know? Like even with like the internet too, you know, like I grew up alongside with the internet. I was actually just talking about this yesterday with a friend, how like a lot of kids right now, they grew like when they're born here, they the internet's already here, you know, so like it's just part of their life. However, like for a lot of the older generation, we had to grow along with it and learn about like internet safety, or like in like how like the World Wide Web worked, you know, things like that. But like these days it's just like, oh, just like get online and like go on TikTok or something. And like TikTok has like a lot of misinformation out there. Like actually there's like so much misinformation out there that like you have to like do your own research to make sure that like it's even like correct in the first place. Um like I would feel so nervous, like just like having a child here and ignoring like internet. Like let's say the internet was not a thing, like teachers aren't even paid enough in this world, and like they don't give a shit. Like a good chunk of them like do care, but they're not paid enough to care enough either. Oh yeah, of course, no problem. Sorry, I kind of like started going off a bit here. Yeah. What was I going on about? Yeah. Like I thought about like if I ever had a child, I would homeschool them, but then at the same time, I'd get like really nervous because it's like, what if I'm also like not teaching my child like the right things, you know? Because to learn, for a child to grow, they would have to like, they would have to see the world, you know? But then how comfortable do I feel to have a child see the world like it is right now? I don't feel comfortable, so that's what I mean. Like in this capitalistic society, you know? Yeah, there's no understanding or balance of like what it used to be back then, you know? Everyone had like, now these days, like, you know, your cell phone has the internet on it, you know? And like right now, like your cars have the internet. That's crazy. I don't like that actually. I hate that. Why the fuck do my car got the internet? Like, what do you mean I gotta update my car? I'm good. Like, nah. No, no, no. That sounds stupid. It is stupid actually. Yeah, sheltering people is not a good idea. Your car has no internet. It's good. Mine doesn't either. Yeah, like, what do you mean my refrigerator can play the Grand Blue Fantasy mobile game, you know? Okay. Oh, chess, a general reading to start the new year. Sorry. All right, let's keep going. I do apologize for like just going off a bit. I appreciate the car having Wi-Fi, but the car actually using internet for updates on the console is whack. Like technology for cars is not a bad thing. Like I personally do like some of the stuff on it, like the cameras. Like I think that's really helpful. You know, if you need to turn left or right, or even like having a camera for in case crashes happen, things like that. Like that's all helpful, that's all really good. um what was it, the ABS system, something like that, I don't remember. It's like the thing where it like keep tracks of like how fast you're going, and like tries to make sure your engine's not overpowered and stuff. Like, oh, cars don't got that, things like that. Seat belts, obviously, amazing. I know some wild folks out there. The eco stuff, when your car is just rolling instead of using more gas, that's really helpful too. Yeah, that's true. It does just look like more radars and tools like that, but like, like, I'm not trying to say like all technology is bad. I mean, I'm sure you guys already know that's not what I'm saying, but I am one to not. I don't like when people take what I say out of context. So I always over explain myself when these things happen. All right. Reverse Knight of Pentacles. Let me write that down. Knight of Coins. I'm gonna make sure this is the Knight of Coins. It does have coins in it. Knight of Coins. Alright, a general reading for the Knight of Coins. Surely we had Knight of Cups for you before chess. So reverse Knight of Pentacles means there's self-discipline, boredom, feeling stuck, perfectionism. The reverse Knight of Pentacles encourages you to establish a schedule or routine for yourself and stick to it until you've completed your assigned task. Well, this is quite perfect for the new year, actually. Reverse Knight of Pentacles may also point to a journey of self-development or improvement in which a routine will support your success. For example, you may create a healthy eating plan or exercise schedule for yourself to help you become more fit and healthy. You may also need to pay more attention to the practical matters in life that you have ignored recently. Mundane activities such as home upkeep, business relationships, and moving forward in your career may have been left on the wayside as you focus on more exciting or important opportunities. I do love a routine. Me too. Depending on what is on your plate, you may want to make more time to get your life in order, or you may continue to focus on more pressing priorities. On the flip side, the Knight of Pentacles might also suggest that you're feeling stuck in your daily grind. And it's become quite boring. While you may have implemented a routine and schedule to increase your productivity and efficiency, you are now finding it stifling to your creativity and innovation. It's maybe time to do something different. Perhaps you have become unadventurous and resistant to change. You may prefer just to stay at home while others are out and having fun. There's nothing wrong with a quiet night, however, you may be isolating yourself from others and losing the interest of your friends. Try to get out more and be open to new experiences. Honestly, I feel like you've already been doing all of these at the beginning of the year, so I guess the Knight of Pentacles reverse here is kind of telling you that you should keep at it with those little ventures you had with taking photography around town. I really love seeing those pictures. I don't know if you saw my little message. I do really love how round the lamps are. That sounds really strange, I know. I was just like, oh, they're just so spherical. They're just It's just so round. I love it. Um, yeah, okay. Reverse Pentacles can also warn that you're becoming a perfectionist on how you approach your work. Have you caught yourself being too critical of others who do not share the same details as you, or you become quickly frustrated with work as it's not the same standard? While your hard work is appreciated, you do not want to lose the support of others along the way and may need to soften your approach. Yeah. Let's see. I feel like that's quite a nice card to receive, especially for the new year. I know, again, reverse might sound scary, but you know, with two sides of the coin of things, you know, you just gotta find a way to balance it. Oh yeah, that's totally fine. Is it quite? It sounds strange to ask this, and hopefully, not weird. Is it like usually touristy during the holiday seasons for that, like, for your area? Let's see. Knight of Pentacles might reverse, might show a strong indication, maybe a change of the way of living if you're feeling burnt, like everything's kind of dull. You might risk having burnout or exhaustion from that. Also could go both ways, you know, like maybe too little ambition, too much ambition. Maybe you're a workaholic, maybe there's laziness to it, impulsive purchases, risky business, things like that. It's a pretty busy town in general. Okay. But yeah, I think what the Knight of Pentacles is telling you for this week or even for the rest of the year is to, I guess, like, have some consistency, you know, have a routine. But if you do feel stuck, don't feel bad to, like, just get off the beaten path once in a while. Recognize that there is quite a balance, you know, you gotta balance yourself. Ohamu! Hi! Hi, Chiharu! Welcome! I'll do a reading for you soon. Yeah, I do think it's just telling you to just, like, balance your, like, you know, the coin of the Knight here, where it's like, keep some consistency, but you know, if it does get a little dull, do something a little different every so once in a while, but don't just, like, fly off the rails and do something a little too extravagant that you're just like, oh shit, what do I do now? Yeah. Okay. Alright, you want a general reading here? Let's get that going. Chiharu's general reading for the new year. Bam. I can't read that card. Four of Cups. Let me write you down here. I've been writing down people's readings so that I can look back on and follow up in case it was anything you guys were insisting on previously in the past week. Alright, we've been getting a lot of cups. So Four of Cups upright means feeling disconnected, melancholy, boredom, indifference, discontentment with life. This Four of Cups may appear when you're feeling discouraged and unmotivated. Feel there might be no solution or way forward in a situation you're in. Life has become stagnant, nothing seems to make you passionate or happy. You may feel a little apathetic. Four of Cups commands a self-evaluation of your attitude so you can pull yourself out of this rut. The solution is likely right in front of you. The hand is offering you a way out. You release yourself out of your mental stubbornness and deploy a new approach. You must search your motives and instincts and thoughts so you can find your passion again. Four of Cups revolves around finding your true interests and working towards fulfilling them. So, you know, maybe you're bored with your job, bored with relationships that are happening. Maybe there's a lack of progress with like, you know, your career or your money, your relationship with others. Maybe there's like some indifference with like how you're handling. Yeah, it feels like it's with your job, honestly. I was thinking about that. Because I know you've been feeling really like bothered by all that. If you want me to, I could kind of like steer towards that a bit more. When you see the Four of Cups in a reading about your career, you may feel distracted and distant at work. It may be hard to focus on your task at hand or get excited about projects you have. This boredom can also impact your mood negatively. You might start feeling down on yourself and making it harder to be productive. It might be overwhelming because work is just so stagnant, and so it gets hard to focus because you feel like you're getting nowhere. It might be helpful to take some time to look within these issues and see why it makes you feel so unhappy, and maybe make a change for the better, whether it's, you know, finding a new job or you know, switching it up with your scheduling at work. Perhaps, you know, with like financially, like you have like a lot like going for you, but you're feeling distracted with it. Like you're just kind of perhaps comparing yourself with other people who might have better jobs with you, or they're better in a better financial situation. You might feel like you're too fixated on what you might not have. You never you gotta like take a step back from that and recognize that it's just like an illusion, you know. Money's illusion. Job is an illusion, you know. In the end, this card does encourage you to re-evaluate your perspective. Consider what opportunities you may have. You might be overlooking them, so it's good to like take a step back and just look around what you have and see what you can change up a bit. Be mindful, open-minded with like what's around you. Hopefully that was helpful of a read, Chiharu. I'm like, oh my gosh. I hope you've been doing well, by the way. Hello, if you'd like to do a tarot reading, feel free to come by the Twitch side to do a you can draw a card from the Twitch end with a heartbeat easily. I think you can just get like 300 channel points just from a follow. You can just use that. They only cost like 16 heartbeats. But yeah, I'm glad you're doing well. Happy New Year! Yeah, there is like a minute or two left on the cooldown, so I'm just gonna take this time to drink some water. Ake omens. Yeah. Job hasn't been going that well, but other hobbies are mostly thriving, so that's good. Yeah, that's good. Maybe it's just kind of like your feeling of your focus on like job with a hard like asterisk on the O. is keeping you like not feeling too great. It is good that you are having like, other hobbies that help you feel like that less like negative traits or that boredom that's happening. So it is probably telling you just how you're feeling at this week or this time. Hmm. Yeah, what are you playing this time around? Ender Magnolia. Ooh. I've been playing a lot of really really tough games. I can't play like platformers. I'm so bad at them. Alright, I'll probably keep posting till the next hour that hits up, so there's like 15 more minutes till. I'll be honest, I am feeling so unwell right now. I played Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid's not a platform. Would you guys? It's kind of a platformer? Okay, okay. If you think so. I was like I was playing like on easy mode, you know? Ender Magnolia, you think I could play it? I'll give it a check. Ender Lilies? No, not at all. I've heard of it. I've heard it's really good. Maybe I'll give that a try. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've heard that the soundtrack is really beautiful. I'll see. So I'm sorry. This is so funny. So I had Phalanx at suggest that I should play let me see my suggestion box real quick. Phalanx said I should play Expedition 33. It's easier than Hollow Knight. Oh, that's really nice. That's very nice. So like, and then I was talking to my friend about it, and they were like, "Oh, there's like some side quest you have to do platforming," and I was like, "Oh, that definitely makes me not want to play Expedition 33." And then they were like, "No, no, 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 like that's just a side quest," and I'm like, "Wait, but like that means I can't even do a side quest, like because I just can't even get to it, you know?" That just makes me a little upset, you know. Mm. Oh, it's just for an outfit? Okay. Is it the French outfit or is this like something else? Alright, I thought it was like actually like story related. Like even like you know how there's like story related side quests? I was like, wait, if it's story related, I'm gonna be so mad that I can't even get to it. Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm not really like bothered by spoilers honestly because it's just like okay, what's the context, you know? And I'm like, okay, you know. Swimsuit outfit. Hmm. Hmm. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. There are like two major games I do want to finish early in the year. It's Tales of Xillia, the remastered version. I do want to get to that. And then uh well, Umineko is definitely gonna take more than the beginning of the year, especially if I'm skipping it later today. Alright, I'm gonna be back real quick. If anyone wants to just do a reading, feel free. I'm just gonna grab some water here, and then if no one is gonna do any readings, I'll call it good then. I haven't even started. Okay, I'm gonna yap about my terrible journey of beginning Umineko later once I get back with water. Alright, so so the reason I started streaming was because I was like, I need to get through visual novels, and if I just did it solo, I'm not gonna get through them. I'm so bad at getting through like reading. So I was like, okay, but like Umineko is such a scary thing to like start. So I need to like ease into it. So I like started streaming like Mahoyo, like 428 Shibuya Scramble. I even played like Phoenix Wright again. I'm still going through it. And like Professor Layton, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna do it. That's been 2 years now. It's been 2 years. General reading, sure. Hi Fox, welcome. So yeah, and then I was just like, okay, this year for sure. Beatrice be like, Battler, read Umineko. Yes, Beatrice. 140 hours. No, Beatrice, that's me. I procrastinated so hard. And then I was gonna start reading. I was gonna start reading today, like later today. And then I woke up feeling sick. So I was like, okay, we're gonna start on Wednesday. So now it sounds like I'm even more procrastinating than usual. Like, bro, what? You know. But I actually do need this break, so I'm going to go back to sleep. Go back to sleep after this. Alright, general reading for Fox. Alright, now here we have a general reading of reverse wand. I thought that was a coin. Okay, this is what a coin looks. General page of wands. Okay. Yeah, already burning out for the New Year's, right? Alright, Page of Wands, Page of Wands. Page of Wands reverse means hasty, impatient, lacking ideas, distractions, boredom, you know. Kind of similar to the Four of Cups that we just got for Chiharu earlier. But for her, it's not like a lack of so for Page of Wands, it's like a lack of pursuing, you know, or lack of commitment. Or distraction, you know. Hello Namae, welcome. So the Page of Wands reverse tends to emphasize the more negative traits of the upright version. This card tends to show up when your mind is filled with one great idea after another and you're unable to progress beyond the planning stages. Perhaps you started a project or hobby expecting that you'd grow to great levels and instead you end up nowhere. As painful as this may sound, it is a good way to tell you that you should venture into other meaningful projects and avoid wasting time. This card might signal you might not be a person who's suited for commitment. At this time, you're likely wandering around. It's not that you're trying to get yourself into trouble, it's just that you're unsure what you're looking for and you don't have a clear direction. There might be a disconnect between a desired career or with your current one right now. You're not sure how to get there. You might be having a lack of motivation to take things on. But recognize that these feelings that you have is not permanent. Do not think that this current state will continue on forever. It will pass faster than you can if you realize what has been holding you back. This is a Page of Wands would reveal itself. You have a feeling of uncertainty or hesitation within your life. It might be a lack of enthusiasm that you once had, and you might be questioning your motivations regarding your connections. You might be grappling with self-doubt or feeling overwhelmed by external pressures, leading you to withdraw. Regarding your own feelings, this card could also be you experiencing restlessness or frustrations. Consider when you see this card as a signal to pause and reassess your current pursuits. This card indicates a need to shift your perspective, or exploring new interests or a creative outlet to reignite your passion. Take time to reflect on what truly excites you. Seek out mentorship of someone who might inspire you and guide you to clear your path forward and reignite your enthusiasm for your life possibility. Alright. I do know that you've been studying a lot. And I guess that's been a little bit hard, like, motivationally, right? That, work, the thing that you're studying for has been, a really big struggle, right? I think, what this card is telling you might be signaling it's just, if you do want it, then you have to buckle down on it. If it is not something you really truly want, then maybe perhaps it's something you need to look somewhere else now too. Again, cards are just for guidances. I'm not telling anyone here to just quit their job and do something else. Be a bit more careful. Those sorts of thoughts. A lot of these I feel like when I do a lot of these tarot readings, I always have to be disclaimer, it just has to be running around just a huge neon sign just across. Oh yeah, take care. Good luck with your work meeting. Bye bye, Chiharu. Yeah, it's just keeps there's a little warning signs I'm just reading what the cards say. I'm not telling you to do any of this. It's up to you to decide what you want the cards interpreted for you to do. You know? I'm always a little nervous. This is what it has. Don't worry. I'm not telling you to do XYZ. You know? No, I'm sure no one follows the cards to the dot. Right, guys? Yeah, I wonder. Please don't. I mean, if the card does kind of pinpoint on you quite hard, I would say hey, recognize that maybe the card has something to say. Gulp. However, you know, if it's something you're like you don't see very one-to-one on, don't try to force it, you know? It's not like it's always like not like these cards just say things like straight up like one-to-one, these sorts of things. Oh, okay. I feel a lot better now. After this after streaming. Getting back into streaming is so every card Amuro reads, literally me for real for no, I legit I'll be like, oh, this is like about me, isn't it? But yeah, what was I saying? I do feel a lot better back into streaming a bit. I still need to get used to. I feel like with the holiday season, I felt like my schedules were a little like off kiltered, and I just was feeling really like dead from just like holiday season, social interactions, work. So like, I mean, I have to get back into it, but like trying to fit like streaming again after all of that is a little is a little tough. I'm just like, okay, I gotta just like get back into it slowly but surely, you know? Yeah, I really appreciate guys all being here. Streaming is a little escape for the streamer too. It is. Streaming for me is definitely like my hobby. I've mentioned it before, but I don't really play games outside of streaming. If I do, you know, it's just like gacha games, and that's not really like and sometimes gacha games feel like a chore too. Yeah. Take it easy. Yeah, so I guess for the beginning of the year, I'm gonna try to take it easy. I already got a lot of work ahead of me. I actually need to fill out a bit of my journal a bit again. I'll be doing that off stream. I did kind of want to do it beginning of stream or during stream, but I can't really read and yap at the same time. I recognize now it's a little hard because while I was writing down all the like tarot stuff, I was like blanking out. I was like, oh yeah, I'm streaming, you know? Yeah, oh god, okay, so I don't know if anyone here plays Arknights, but ever since the IS-6 came out, or was it IS-5? It's the latest one with the Sui area. So okay, it's a okay, so for those who don't know, Arknights has a like mini games in their stuff, and one of their like side games that they have made is it's like a roguelike, and guess what? I play that thing like crazy. I eat that shit up. Like I when it dropped, when that mini game dropped again, like there's a new story arc now. When that mini game dropped, I went in. I went hard. I think I'm up to like G7 now. So I was just I got right in, and I'm just like, hey, whoa, I'm going a little crazy. I've kind of been helping some friends try to get through the IS strategy mini games, since I'm pretty obsessed with them. But yeah, so like that's probably the most gaming I've done like off stream, is just doing the roguelike, which is just something I do enjoy in general. I'm like weirdly obsessed with roguelites, but they take so much of my time that I can't even like stream them. I actually got Hades 2 over the holiday season. Like I got it as a gift. And I was like, oh boy, you know, gotta play Hades 2 now. And I know it's gonna eat me alive. Like I'm gonna play that game so so much. It's like I might like I feel bad because I know people would probably possibly. Yeah, Hades does have a story. Hades has an amazing story. I played through Hades 1 like from the beginning like 3 times. I played through that game 3 times in a row. Do you guys want me to stream Hades 2? I just like, are you guys okay if like some of the story beats and stuff end up just being off stream? Because like I know I'm gonna be like playing that shit off stream. If you guys are okay with that. Okay. Alright. You guys, I will talk. I would love to play. Okay, if you guys, so I always get a little nervous when it comes to streaming story-based games because I'm just like, oh, if it's like story-based and I really love it, I'm gonna be like so into it, you know? I'm gonna play it off stream. And then like, you know, when I'm on stream, someone might be like, what happened in this moment? Like, why are you guys all like goody buddies now? And I'm just like, fuck! It's because I didn't have it on stream. You don't even know the first story. Okay, so that game is really old right now, so I do apologize for those who might be like, oh no, I'm being spoiled. Well, okay, avert your ears and eyes and everything. So the TLDR for Hades 1 is that you play as Zagreus, Zeus's son, who he wants to find out about his mother. So he wants to go to the top, to the earth, to find his mom. Oh, sorry, Hades' son. Yeah, my bad. Okay, in my mind, I saw Hades and then I said Zeus. My dumbass. So, Hades' son, Zagreus, wants to find his mom, so he travels through the 7 hells to, well, it's like 4 tiers, not like 7. Hercules! To, like, goes through the my gosh, sorry, the floors to go up to, Earth, to find his mom. And, like, that's, like, the first part of the story. And then, but the second part is that after you meet his mom, there's, like, it opens up to, that, his mom... What is her name? Demeter? Okay, I do apologize. I do know, I swear to God, I do know my Greek history. But, Persephone, yes. I do know my Greek history. It's just, it's been such a long time since I played that game right now. And I have not studied up on it in forever. I look like a fraud at this time. A fraud, that's me. Okay. You're taking notes against me? No, I'm the misinformation right now, sorry. I do apologize. No, stop! Poseidon is the god of the sea, okay? At least I know that much. Don't do this to me. That's so mean. Okay, so like Demeter is her mom, I think, is Persephone's mom, right? Okay. The great physicist Zeus. No, stop. Okay. God of Thunder. Okay, please. King Trident, god of minty fresh breath. That's why it's called Trident, right? Like the toothpaste, right? Okay, and then so the story opens up where like you bring back your mom to you bring back Persephone to Hades, And then you actually need to work out having Hades's like family. So like, you know, Zeus, Poseidon, Ares. Who's that hot lady again? Oh my gosh, she's gonna be mad at me for not remembering her name. Aphrodite, thank you. I love how you already knew. I was like, who's that hot lady who's gonna be mad at me for not remembering her name? No, you're okay, you're okay. And like, so all the other gods and goddesses, you're trying to raise up their relationship level so that they can try to like, so you're trying to get Hades to be back in contact with them. And that's basically the first game. Yeah. It is kind of like a dating sim. You could date like some of the characters, right? I mean, it's like implied that like some of them has had a relationship before. Oh my god, who's that guy? Sorry, I can't remember these characters' names. I'm so bad. I do apologize. If the last time I've played this game was like 3 years ago, I think. Like that's how long it's been. Is that his name? Is that Zagreus' boyfriend or ex-boyfriend? Sorry. Oh no. Yes, you could have a threesome with Zagreus' boyfriend and Zagreus' ex-girlfriend. I already forgot all their names. My god. We're just making a cold read. It's okay, it's okay. Oh my gosh. What was his name? Zagreus ships. I'm like googling. Thanatos, I think is his name. Yes. I just call them Greek dudes, Phoenix Ray and Edgeworth, because that's how they look like. Yeah, that Thanatos and Zagreus, and then you could also like get back with Meg, I think. Yeah, Megara, I think is her name. Where like apparently he still like has the bed for her or some shit. It's so funny. They're so good. I love the three of them together. They're so funny. But yeah, it's been like forever, so like getting back into Hades 2 is probably just gonna be a huge refresher for me. And I did mention, I remember talking with my friend, I was just like, you know, when I finally like kind of stopped playing Hades 1, I realized Aphrodite was naked the whole time. He was like, wow, you didn't realize like she was naked? I was like, bro, I was like, wow, girl, you know, like I didn't look at her like her whole body, I was looking at her personality, you know? Okay. But yeah, okay, I'm pretty excited. I really want to play Hades 2. So I'm really happy. It sounds weird to be like I got the okay for it from you guys to also just play it off stream as well. Her personality is so hot, yeah. Oh yes, the gameplay is cool though, so yes, the gameplay is really good, I swear. The gameplay is just you know, a dungeon crawler. And you could change weapons and stuff. I'm probably not a weapon changer. I know everyone's just always like, oh, like you should play whatever. No, when I played Hades 2 or Hades 1. When I played Hades 1, all I did was use the sword. Artemis is your best gal. I liked Artemis. I'm trying to think. Like, I think personally, my favorite, like, my favorite character. I really liked all of them, honestly. I think my favorite was Thanatos. But I love talking to Artemis. She's so awkward and very cute. I'm like I think Aphrodite's hot, but like not really my type, you know? Like I actually liked Aphrodite and Eris's relationship more than like whatever Zagreus had with those two going on. Oh yes, the voice acting in that game is amazing. Very excited to see how Hades 2 goes. But yeah, yeah, honestly, I'm so excited. I might just play that later today. No, wait, I have to take a break. I gotta give myself a break. That's what the cards are telling me to. You guys are making me not take care of myself right now. Break time, yes, break. Alright, next week, or maybe in the, let me see, what's my schedule? I am gonna be playing 100% OJ with Poppy and Polly again on Friday. Same time as the last time we played. So that will be happening. Alright, next week. Next week I'll start Hades 2. No, Umineko will start on Wednesday, I swear. It's on there, just not later today. I need a break. I could feel like my throat getting really scratchy right now. I'm gonna take a break. Alright. Very excited. Yay. Thank you. I know it sounds weird to be like, thanks for letting me play Hades 2, but no, but seriously, I always feel like I have to be perfect with how I set up like my schedules, how I stream, but at the same time, you know, not everything can be perfect, so I gotta also accept that too. That's what these cards are telling me. But yeah, alright. Nothing for the rest of this day. You guys can get some rest soon. Tomorrow I'm gonna be drawing, having a little draw stream. I did mention I was gonna draw Oguri Cap because I'm trying to do like one character, draw a character once per month. But like I keep swinging back and forth between Oguri Cap and Flandre Scarlet, so I might honestly put extra work on myself and draw both of them. Not at the same time, but like, or like on the same canvas, but like per month. So we'll see. Umineko on Wednesday. I'm gonna start off Patapon 1+2. Got that as a gift. Pretty excited. It was a game I've always wanted to play ever since it got announced, but I never had a PSP. I think it was like it debuted on the PSP, so I never got a PSP to play. And I'm so happy that it's now like on recent consoles. So got that as a gift during the holidays as well. So I'm gonna start that up. Continuing Silent Hill F, and I'm gonna be debuting a new cover this Friday. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate you really enjoy my streams, like all you guys. Thank you for being here. Really makes me feel not alone. Alright, let's move on. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.